Hi guys, so I had a comment on why all my reviews so far are for condos in the west. Can we have something in the east too? That's why today we are in the most prestigious district in the east, District 15. And we are in for a treat because we are not just going to review one condo, but two highly sought after freehold developments, and it's none other than 𝗵𝗶𝗀𝗲 versus the Continuum. Who will be the overall winner? Watch till the end to find out.
Similar to how you should get a loan IPA before making a purchase, you should also do an IPA of the condo before making this huge commitment. To guide you in your decision making, I'll be reviewing based on these 5 factors. Number 1, location and amenities. Number 2, facilities and upkeep. Number 3, demand versus supply in the area. Number 4, pricing versus surrounding developments. And finally, layout. And an overall score will be given at the end. If you would like me to send you the Excel version of my evaluation matrix that allow you to convert real transaction data into an absolute score for the development, do contact me via my WhatsApp number on screen or just click on the link in the description below and I'll be happy to advise further. Alright, let's go!
Let's take a look at 𝗵𝗶𝗀𝗲𝗃 first. It is a freehold project developed by CDL, comes with 592 units and very recently obtained TOP end of last year. In terms of location and amenities, 𝗵𝗶𝗀𝗃, as the name suggests, is situated in the Amber Gardens, Amber Road vicinity, which typically houses more up-class developments such as Silversea and the Sea View. It is a pretty effortless stroll, about 3 minutes walk to the upcoming Tanjong Katong MRT on the Thomson East Coast Line, which is opening very soon in June. This means that you can travel easily to your office in Marina Bay or Shenton Way, for example, and Orchard MRT is just a few more stops away. How convenient is that? Parkway Parade, which is a full-fledged mall with NTUC, cold storage and plenty of F&B options, is also just about 10 minutes walk away. I love it that you can hit East Coast Park in a matter of minutes, where you can go for your daily jogs or spend time with your family on the weekends. Location is 9 out of 10 for me. Now let's compare this with the Continuum, which is a freehold project developed by 𝗁𝗵 and Sunway, comes with 816 units and expected to TOP in 2027. It is located along Thiam Siew Avenue and flanked by Tanjong Katong Road and Hague Road on both sides. The closest MRT will be Dakota Station, about 11 minutes walk away, but you can also choose to walk to 𝗂𝗶𝗱𝗲 MRT, which will take you about 15 minutes. For amenities, you can probably head to Kinex not too far away. For a wider range of options, you have PLQ Mall, SingPost Centre, and 𝗂𝗶𝗱𝗲 Square just a bit further. However, I still think 𝗵𝗶𝗀𝗃 has the upper hand due to its proximity to MRT, Mall, and the East Coast Park, and therefore I'll probably score Continuum slightly lower at 7 out of 10. Before we dive into the facilities for each development, I would just like to highlight that both 𝗵𝗶𝗀𝗃 and the Continuum belong to the rare few freehold developments that have a more sizable plot of land. For example, there are plenty of freehold projects in D15 in Joo Chiat, Katong and Telok Kurau area, but most of them are boutique developments with smaller plot of land and hence minimal facilities and landscaping. Due to the rarity, the more family-friendly facilities, and the more impressive look and feel of the bigger freehold plots, it will usually lead to higher demand and transaction volume and hence better price performance for such developments. For instance, bigger freehold developments like the Sea View, the 𝗃𝗃 and 𝗃𝗵𝗃𝗲 has consistently outperformed other boutique developments in the area. So coming back to the facilities, 𝗵𝗶𝗃𝗃 offers an impressive lagoon pool, clubhouse with private dining room, sky gym and spa pool, just to name a few. Not to mention the iconic stratosphere right at the top of the development, which gives you a panoramic view of the sea and city landscape. The Continuum doesn't lose out as it boasts 270,000 square feet of land size with multiple swimming pools, a tennis court, a heritage clubhouse, and even an in-house bridge connecting both parts of the development. Given that these facilities are considered very respectable for a freehold plot, I'll give a rating of 8 out of 10 for both developments. Coming to demand versus supply, time to show you this brand new exclusive tool that we have called ProMap. So one question I always get is, if I buy this development today, how easy is it for me to sell next time?
what is my exit strategy? And this boils down to the demand versus supply in the area that you are buying into. So let's look at the supply in District 15. On first look, it is very scary because in the whole of D15, there are 572 unique developments, 956 transactions in the last 1 year, and 1,802 listings that are on sale at the moment. Does this mean that there is oversupply and hence you should avoid this area altogether? Actually, D15 is very big. As you can see on the map, it stretches from Tanjong Rhu all the way to Siglap on the other end. So let's try to analyze and filter further to see if we can get a more refined result. Since we are evaluating Amber Park, which is near Tanjong Katong MRT, I would also like to compare other developments that are within 500 meters to the MRT station as well. Next, given that Amber Park is a sizable freehold development, I would also like to compare with other freehold developments with at least 300 units. So let me toggle accordingly. And let's say I want to be even more precise and look at the 3 bedrooms only. Let's take a look at the final result. You can see those circled on the map are within a 500 meter radius of the MRT stations within D15, and actually there are only 8 projects that are comparable to something like Amber Park, namely Makina, One Amber, the Seaview, the Esta, the Waterside, and the Seafront on Mayor. Given that there's only 37 available listings currently in the market and 47 transactions in the last 1 year, I'm quite confident the demand versus supply situation will be quite healthy for Amber Park, and hence my rating will be 7 out of 10. Following similar logic, if today you're a buyer that is trying to enroll your kid in either Konghua, Red Swastika or Tao Nan, which are the few popular schools in the east, and let's say you are looking for a 3-bedroom unit within 1 km of these schools, but you only want a bigger freehold development with more facilities, what options do you have? Let's take a look. Actually, out of this 3 times 1 kilometer radius, there's only 2 projects that currently fit these requirements, and they are the Waterina and the Sunny Spring. Both developments did extremely well in the last few years, as we can see in the chart here. The Continuum will only be the 3rd development that fits the bill. Hence, I'll give a rating of 9 out of 10 for Continuum. Next, let's look at Amber Park's pricing versus some of the surrounding developments. Undoubtedly, given that it is the newest kid on the block, Amber Park has the highest average PSF amongst the rest. Looking at the current asking prices of the 3 bedrooms, it's ranging about 28xx PSF to 31xx PSF. So the question is it worth paying about 600 per square feet more versus other developments like One Amber and the Esta, which are about 13 to 15 years older? I feel maybe not, given that they are all freehold anyway, so the age might not matter so much. I might actually prefer to go for a well-renovated unit in a slightly older development with a much lower PSF, or I might go for a brand new development like Continuum, which is going for about the same price or even lower. Hence, my rating for Amber Park will be 5 out of 10 only. Coming to the Continuum, given that it is a brand new launch, I compared with other newer 99-year and freehold developments in the area. For properties launched at the same time in a similar location and of a similar size, usually the freehold condo will be priced about 15% higher versus its leasehold counterpart. Comparing to Grand Dunman, which was launched at about the same time as Continuum, the price gap is currently pretty narrow at 10% only, given that Grand Dunman's pricing has been inching up since launch. So, I feel that if you can get a unit at Continuum that is even lower than this 10% price gap, then it might be worth considering. Continuum is also priced in the same range versus Amber Park that is 4 years older as mentioned earlier. However, it is priced significantly higher versus the other older boutique developments in the area. On balance, my rating for the Continuum will be 6 out of 10. Finally, let's take a look at the 3-bedroom layouts in both developments. Let's first compare the 3-bedroom compact floor plans. Both happen to be at 947 square feet and have pretty similar layouts. Both have an enclosable kitchen that is tucked in one corner, but the Continuum has a slight advantage because it has a window for ventilation, so according to Eric Chu, you can walk here, which is a good thing. Continuum also has this additional storage space, which 𝗵𝗶𝗃 doesn't have. 𝗵𝗶𝗃 has a slightly longer balcony, but to be honest, I would rather have the storage space actually. So I'm going to say Continuum wins this round. Next, let's take a look at the 3-bedroom premium floor plans. 𝗵𝗶𝗃 is bigger at 1109 square feet, mainly because of its longer balcony. I feel that if it is wider instead of longer, then it might be more practical to fit in a dining table in the balcony. I do like the further wall-to-wall distance in the living room. On the other hand, the Continuum has a more spacious kitchen and yard area, and it also comes with a WC if you prefer your helper to have a separate washroom. The rest of the house is pretty similar. Overall, I still like Continuum's 3-bedroom premium layout a bit more. And therefore, my rating will be 8 out of 10 for the Continuum, but only 6 out of 10 for 𝗵𝗶𝗃.
Alright, if you have been following the video, you would have guessed which development is the overall winner. 𝗵𝗶𝗃 is an iconic development in a very good location, but its pricing might not be justified, especially given its layout isn't the most ideal. Overall, I would only give 𝗵𝗶𝗃 a rating of 7 out of 10. The Continuum's location is a bit far off from the MRT, but given its efficient layout and its unique selling point of being one of the rare few large plot freehold developments within 1 km of a good school in the east, it has earned itself an overall score of 7.6. Let me know in the comments below if you agree or disagree with my evaluation.
Alright, that's all for today. I hope you found the video helpful in your property search. If you are looking at a few other developments and would like me to review as well, feel free to contact me at 9451-5625 or simply click on the link in the description below and I'll be happy to evaluate further. I'm Sean from Happy Homes Property and I'll see you soon.